Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick little comparison here between the 2016 iPhone 7 and the S9 here. See if the old boy can keep up with the S9. That is a good question here. We're going to start them at the same time. So the iPhone 7 came with Apple A10 and it's recently got the latest iOS 11. Not 100% sure the version, but it is the latest. You can see the S9 a little bit faster here to boot up, but the iPhone was very quick in itself there, gotta say. Really good how Apple, supports the older devices here. So you can see, let's just have a look at the version. So we do have the 2.6 version, which I think is the latest. So we're just going to open up some apps and see which one is faster here. We do have a few comparable ones. So this one, which is the dialer, much faster on the iPhone there. Quite comparable. Camera, quite comparable. Play Store, maybe the S9 there. Third-party ones, I think that was the iPhone again. PlayStation, iPhone again here. Snapfish, S9 comes back. And Switch Daily, much faster on iPhone again. And Ocado maybe, S9 on that one. So I think the iPhone got most of the third-party ones there, but the S9 did come back for two of them, which is quite good. Let's have a look at some inbuilt apps. So we do have Clock, similar. We do have the calendar, similar again, and we do have as well the calculator. Very similar, not a huge difference here. I really love the way iOS 11 feels very smooth, even compared to the newest softwares here from Samsung. We're just going to do a speed test as well. So let's just make sure the server is correct. There we go. Start with the iPhone. I think, as I remember, iPhone 7s in Europe have the Intel wireless arrangement, which isn't as good as the Qualcomm one. So it might not be that good in this regard. I don't think it was as good as the 6S, as I remember, which you can see quite average score here. But you can see, the S9 is not bringing the magic itself, really. Not a huge score. Better than the iPhone 7, but again, not the 300 down that we were expecting or something like that. We just have a look at your browsing, just see if there's any differences here. So let's try BBC. And go. iPhone very quick there to load that one. but I think the S9 came back there a little bit. So I think S9, it seems to be very inconsistent in terms of performance. Sometimes it's very decent, but then again sometimes it can really chug along, and that's weird to me. So iPhone again for the search. But the S9, as you can see, when it does get going, it does seem to load the page, although there is some frame drops there when you're actually scrolling. Much smoother here with the iPhone. Let's just try clicking on a link. So iPhone comes back here. You can see very inconsistent, and it loaded the video a little bit faster as well. So yeah, I'm probably going to give this a draw when it comes to the browsing. Definitely amazing performance for the iPhone 7, which is like coming on to 2 years old now. Yeah, you wouldn't really think it. It looks exactly the same as the iPhone 8 in terms of the styling here. Obviously 4.7 inches, very nice to fit in the hand, although I think it was the first to remove the headphone jack here, which is very annoying, shall we say. But it does have obviously good amount of storage. I think 32 gigs was the entry level model, so you can probably pick them up for very cheap nowadays. And it still has a very flagship level processor, if you ask me. It probably still scores much higher than the latest Android in terms of the single core at least. So yeah, just a quick little comparison here. Hope you found it helpful. Cheers.